Me and Check are going to be talking about a bunch of things graffiti writers hate about graffiti. Starting with the community, which can go both ways.
It's weird, it's a bit of a double-edged sword, community. It's my favorite aspect of this, really. Like, some of the greatest people I know I've met through this. The other side of that is, it's also a lot of toxic people are drawn to it for whatever reason. Some of the worst people I've ever met, I've also met through this. It's a bit of a double-edged sword, but that is my favorite aspect and also one of the most problematic aspects for me.
Some people take stuff way too seriously and there becomes a lot of beef, a lot of crap that comes with it. Really good writers end up leaving the scene because they don't want to deal with any of the bullshit that comes with it. And a lot of it these days is just via Instagram, via the internet. A lot of shit talk like, let's meet up, and then they don't meet up and the thing never gets resolved. And it's over silly stuff.
I have graffiti beef on my list for things that I don't like as well. I've never understood it. In the town that you're in, there is probably a handful of people that actually like this and give a shit about it. You guys should band together. You aren't enemies, or you don't have to be. Why would you go over someone else instead of going right next to them? You can create a spot if you want instead of creating a beef. That's cool. It's a lot of bravado and a lot of... I don't understand. I don't think it makes you tough to ruin someone else's artwork. It makes you a dick.
Yeah, it's a very ego-driven thing. It all comes to this, you know, the fact that we're talking about the bad side of the culture. There's so much good in it that I have very, very rarely seen the bad part of it. The good stuff, at least in my opinion, has overrun all the bad stuff. All the good stuff has overrun it.
The good outweighs the bad. It's more like the stigma of it is the bad stuff, but when you're actually in it, you don't come across that anywhere near as much.
And I guess also having friendship and acquaintances within graffiti that are the right people as well. That's a big thing.
I think it's good to be selective about who you congregate with, who you paint with and stuff. I think a lot of people want to crew up for credibility and want to paint next to someone else for credibility. Like, I know this guy and whatever. And I don't think any of those are good reasons to do any. I don't think that's the point. No one made a crew to be like, let's mooch off each other's credibility. We just already paint together. Let's put a label on that.
And another thing I'd like to add to that is, just say you have beef with someone and I paint with you, they'll go out and cap my stuff because they know that I'm an associate of yours.
It's inherited, yeah, inherited beef.
When you become acquaintance with certain writers, or even if you join crews, this is the reason why I don't really do crews, because you get roped into other people's beef.
You have to inherit all the beef. You're somehow responsible for the actions of some other grown man. I don't know, man. I just like to paint pictures on walls. I feel like a lot of these people in this scene take it way too seriously. Yeah. I don't understand what the beef is, what the fight is. Like,
another thing graffiti writers hate about graffiti is probably the cost of certain supplies. Now, when I say that, I mean Mad Max cans. They're like $20. You know, some writers out there, they use that for extremely quick fills, quick panels. They only last like a few seconds and they're completely empty. These tins go for like maybe $20. They're so expensive.
Graffiti supplies in general, especially nowadays, seem like outrageously priced. I mean, I guess it was always sort of a part of it, steal your supplies. Now more than ever, it's more like you don't have to use the brand name. Just whatever gets the job done. Tagged with so many stupid things, shoe polish, all that shit. Make it happen.
Another big thing graffiti writers hate about graffiti is the amount of copycats that come with it. Now, it's a lot of biting. There's a certain side of the culture that will get upset if someone is biting their style, taking their style, but it's more so the copycats of the scene.
Inspiration. We're all sort of copying. It's just weird to directly copy someone else's tag and just sort of do it their tag in their style. What are you even doing that for? I don't see what the benefit of doing that. But in terms of practice, I mean, we're all copying. It wasn't my idea to use an arrow, but I've definitely used one. And I'm sure you have as well, and so has basically every graffiti writer ever. Is it copying? Or were you inspired by that and then now it's just become like a sort of stylistic choice? So like, in that sense, it's okay. Directly copying someone, I can understand why that's frowned upon. I don't see the benefit to it. Like, are you pretending to be that guy? Wouldn't you rather learn how to do it than pretend to be someone else that's already doing it?
Funny you mentioned that. There's someone in my local town here that has been putting up Rest 12. They've got the exact same throwy, so they're full on biting him. For a split second, I'm like, holy shit, is Rest 12 been here? And I'm like, no bloody way. Obviously, the tag looks nothing like the Rest 12, but the throwies, the person's copied his throwies perfectly. The same art, everything. A couple of local writers really upset about it. They hate it. Not only because it's obviously biting Rest 12, but he's taking over all these chill paint spots.
Biting, and now he's cross over somebody else's tag, you can cross over that. And the worst thing is they take over all this P spot with that weak throwy. Bro, I'm like,
why would you put in so much effort but have it not be your own name? Even to the point where like you could have just been Rest 13 and I feel like half the people would be like, I'll let it go. Dude, make up your own one. So close to doing it. Just make up a name that you know isn't already taken by someone who's kind of famous in the scene.
Moving on to another thing that graffiti writers hate about graffiti, and that of course is the buff. Sometimes you can comprehend when what's going to be buffed, so therefore you're not going to waste your time at that spot doing something decent. You're not using your premium paint because you know it's not going to last long. But when you spend your time at a place, at a spot where you think it's going to last and you're really proud of this certain piece and you spend a lot of time on it and then you come back not so long later and it's been buffed, it's something that graffiti writers hate about graffiti.
Things, but there is also like a silver lining. It is a brand new fresh wall. The blessing in disguise of like, oh, they fucking buffed that wall. Alright, well I know what I'm doing tonight.
Another thing writers hate about graph is Karens. Now you're doing stuff in a chill spot, trying to stay out of everyone's way. Say you're at the entrance of a drain and then you have some people that are walking by and oh yeah, you shouldn't be doing that, you know, fucking that's disgraceful, I'm calling the cop. And it's just like, oh, for fuck's sake, lady, fucking just trying to paint.
I was painting under a bridge. It was after school as well, and I had my school uniform on. Total rookie mistake. She parked her car on the bridge and like walked down underneath it. I don't know what tipped her off to it, but she came down and sort of yelled at me for it. You know what? How it's like awkward, but you're kind of like semi-engaging with this person, but also trying to finish and get them to leave. And she said, "Oh, I recognize your school uniform. I'm gonna call your principal." And I'm like, my heart sunk. I'm like, oh shit, I'm screwed. And then she got the name of the school wrong. Yeah, that is my school. Yeah, I dare you to go call the principal. And then she's like, oh, all right, I will. And then she got out of there, went and called the wrong school, finish up and get out of there. Buy myself enough time to get away with it.
Let me know in the comment section below if you want more videos with Check featured. It's really fun to make videos with Check, and if you haven't already followed him on Instagram, definitely go ahead. The link is in the description right below. Of course, if you made it to the end of this video, leave a little comment saying, wow, Check. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and have a good one. Shout out to all my Patreon members and my YouTube membership members. Spookify, Cooper, STVNSF, Sato is Love, Lord_Yuri Martin, Crazy, and Jack M. I really appreciate the added support. Thank you guys. I actually had a lot of fun creating that video because it was something completely different out of my typical video making. And I especially enjoyed doing it because it's on one of my favorite PlayStation games. And I generally think that I did an alright job. So I figured I'd just promote it on this video just in case. Thank you very much for the support, guys. In that game at face value, you're really only mainly capping people with the W or putting up the W for the gang, and you can do that with just about anyone that you play as within the game. But the main